What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Kind of Funny Games Reacts here for Far Cry 6. I'm joined by Nick Scarpino and Andy Cortez for another installment of the Far Cry series. Nick Scarpino, I'll turn to you first because you love Far Cry, my guy. Are you excited for today and the gameplay reveal?
I'm very excited for today, man. I need more Far Cry in my life. I got to get buried in that deep open world shooting action. And come on, we got Giancarlo Esposito coming out. It's gonna be great.
Nick, I can't wait to see you get lost in this world. And of course, Andy Cortez, he brings up the main villain. I know you love this guy. Tell me how excited you are right now for Far Cry 6.
I honestly, Mike, I'm more excited for Nick because when Tim asked who wants to be on this reveal, Nick was the first one to be like, yo, I'm in. And I'm just excited for Nick to be excited about games. You know what I mean? But of course, I love Far Cry. I play pretty much every Far Cry whenever it comes out. Rarely to completion because there's just a lot of stuff to do in those games. But
A lot of stuff.
it's such a fun, big open world. There's so much chaos you can have. And yeah, it's always fun whenever we get in there and you end up exploding a bear next to a car. Like, it's just random shit like that makes me really dig the game.
You're just walking and a bobcat kills you, and you're like, why?
Where'd you come from?
Where are you coming from?
It's so much fun. Yeah. Far Cry's dope.
It will be really exciting to see what the wildlife is this time around, right? New setting, new world. What kind of fun things are they going to throw at you? What kind of crazy weapons will we get? And of course, outpost. I cannot wait to take down a couple of those in different ways, just like we always do. And yeah, this is going to be really exciting because Far Cry, a series that is near and dear to my heart. I know Nick loves it beyond belief. And this is going to be a really good time with both of you to see what they got planned for this upcoming game. And I can't wait. I mean, a lot of these games, FPS boosted over on the Xbox side back up to 60 frames per second. So it's been nice to jump back into some older titles. Nick, I didn't play New Dawn. How outrageous was New Dawn?
It was fun. I mean, it was very much an extension of 5. So it just kind of picked up where the story left off. But I mean, 5, I played way too much of, to the point where I think I had my squad automatic weapon like leveled up to the point where like every bullet was almost as powerful as a sniper round. I had a blast. It was absurd. I would get, instead, when you talk about taking outposts, there's always a moment in Far Cry where you just kind of tip over, where you're like, I don't need to sneak around anymore. I'm just going to start opening fire on people. And that's where I hope to get with Far Cry 6 as soon as humanly possible.
Well, we got about 90 seconds here. We're really, really excited for this Kind of Funny Games Reacts. Remember, E3 is soon to be upon us. We're going to be reacting to all of the upcoming press conferences. You can check it out over on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. If you missed anything and you want to be caught back up, we have some great content already up there before E3 has even begun. But today, once again, Far Cry 6, the worldwide gameplay reveal here with Ubisoft. And going to be an exciting one right now. Andy and Nick will be joining me. We're live over on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames if you ever want to catch our content live. And let's get right into this gameplay reveal. Andy, I guess I'll turn to you one last time because we have about 40 seconds to vamp and hang out. What was your favorite Far Cry, Andy?
Oh, man. Honestly, it was probably... Gosh, because the old ones were just games that I rented, Redboxed, Like, so I never fully finished 3 back in the day. I never fully went through them because they were just games that I Redboxed when I was in college, you know what I mean? So I would have to say my favorite one was probably... Shoot, man, it was probably 5, honestly.
Wow, okay.
I think But the intro does a lot of heavy lifting for that game for me. I think that's one of the coolest openings to a game. And then it just kind of goes downhill, but it was still a lot of fun.
All right. Well, good pull right there. Let's jump right into the gameplay.
Let's see Giancarlo Esposito, baby. Come on. Wait, is there a 30-minute countdown now?
We'll find out in a minute.
Oh, no.
We'll give it 45 seconds. We'll see.
Oh, okay. No, this is probably the game. I see the radar.
It's just the whole thing is 30 minutes. Maybe.
Oh, okay. So I'd say you gotta be kidding.
Are we sure? I think it's a countdown.
Oh,
it's a countdown. Oh, son of a bitch.
Well, we'll hold strong for a minute. Come on, Ubi! Do some research in the background. We're gonna enjoy this cool world. And
do I have 30 minutes now? Is that enough time to get to my Starbucks with a quarter?
Let's just talk about Breaking Bad for the next 30 minutes.
Let's talk about Breaking Bad. Is right. You know that.
When you say
I cannot wait to hear.
start at 9:30.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, why
I
would
can't
it be
wait
30
to
minutes?
hear Giancarlo Esposito's not so great Latin accent.
Oh,
one of my
okay.
favorites.
Does he not have a good Latin accent?
No, I mean,
It's bad.
Breaking Bad, it's just very. Porque nosotros tenemos un problema. Like, he just
That
kind
was-
of like really like
That's so funny.
accentuates a lot of the nouns and stuff.
Maybe he just likes to enunciate, man. Maybe he, who knows?
We're not gonna wait here for 30 minutes. Let's just.
No.
Well, yeah, we will completely restart this if this is for real, which it does seem to be real. Like, we can kick it for a couple minutes and like reset ourselves, but it does look like this is a 30-minute countdown on top of what we just did here.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no,
We're
are we really
all
gonna
in the
have to
same
delay
spot.
games daily today too? This is really. Gonna,
Yeah, we're gonna have a
to
big
push
problem
everything,
here.
yeah.
And Tim is on Games Daily. Is that what's going
Let
on
me
here?
see,
What's
let me
on the
see.
other
What's
side?
on,
Yeah,
it's Janet and Bless.
Janet and Bless.
yeah, but so they're recording something right now though. We can't like alert him and say, "Yo,
we gotta
so-
push everything. Yeah.
Nick Scarpino, we turn to you, the most senior kind of funny games member."
We just peace out. We're
Yeah,
not
I
gonna
think,
wait
we,
for
I
30
think we
minutes.
peace out, but I think that if Barrett needs to run one other show, Mike, maybe you or Andy could help
Yeah,
run
I
this.
could probably record this.
Why don't
We
we just
just
do that?
record it
No,
locally,
I'm
come back.
free. I'm fine. I'm just worried. Like,
Okay.
are we gonna be okay for the rest of the day? Like, majorly pushing games daily and then the stream afterwards and stuff like that. So.
Well, it depends on how
Well-
long this is. Yeah, because we have the Knockout City stream against the devs today.
yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that Twitch chat. That's gonna be a really exciting time. We can always like. I
Wait, so what's so the issue is that this is amazing. I mean, it's great music. First off, I love that they were like this. Hey, we need a 30-minute standby graphic of the map in Far Cry. I'm like, all right, cool. As a motion graphic artist, would you have any assets for me? Yeah, we've got a lot
We
of
have
still
4
frames.
pictures.
And I'm gonna need you to just do cool dissolves in between
Zoom
them
in,
and-
yeah. Do the cool
Zoom
like
in, zoom
do the
out.
cool water dissolve effect that all the HBO shows do in the credits.
Yeah, I love
that
that
shit's
water.
really cool in the beginning of the
Is it
intros.
water, Andy? Is it blood? Is it ink? We don't
Who
know.
knows?
It's all
Yeah, it
thematic.
just runs. It all runs. You know, that's the way this town is. You know.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we could reconvene in 26 minutes or just hang out. But is the issue that we can't record in here, or because we can go to waiting room?
No. I'm just.
No, we can record in here.
yeah,
no, it's
Barrett
not
probably
recorded.
knows.
It's like-
we're-
So Barrett has to run games daily.
No. I'm
It's just also like just a waste of time to sit here.
Oh no, that's
So,
fine.
yeah.
But we'll still be
Yeah.
fine, right? Because if it's 30 minutes, it's 10 o'clock, and we don't need to be back on the stream till 11. So we just reconvene at 10, right?
Yeah, we'll hope it's 30 minutes.
Oh, that's a good point.
They
I
reset
doubt
the timer.
they're gonna
Get
do a
outta
Far
here,
Cry.
bro.
I doubt they're gonna do a Far Cry 6 reveal for like 2 hours. They're like, all right.
Okay, can we leave this all in the video though, please?
Oh no, this is all cut. This is all
my
staying.
God.
Yeah.
Find a good place to cut it. It's
We're
funny.
staying here till I mean, I'm down to just stay for the next
Fuck it, let's hang out.
27 minutes
Fuck it.
and do a Far Cry podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Far Cry podcast, the first ever official Far Cry 6 podcast, hosted by your boy Snowbike Mike.
I'm really excited
Right, now
about
we're
our
done.
first ever
I'll just
Far
work
Cry
on it.
podcast, huh?
I got
If
some
I have to edit
graphics
this,
to make.
I'll just leave this in. I'm just leaving all of this in.
I mean,
Thank you,
yeah.
Roger.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Roger.
Nick, on our
Yeah.
first ever Far Cry podcast, we can just tell stories about us being in Far Cry and what we've done. You know what I mean?
Far Cry, yeah, Far Cry 5, I think, was just coming in. That first intro was just so. What a great way to set up. I was like terrified when that game started. They throw you into that world with a pistol, and you're just getting chased by all these like.
Did you ever play Blood Dragon?
Blood Dragon
I did
was
play Blood
dope.
Dragon. Yeah,
I
that
like
was cool.
Blood Dragon.
I mean, I had to play. Yeah, of course, dude. Michael Biehn was like the main voice actor for that. I was like, oh my god, they got the guy from Alien and Terminator. Let's go.
Why did you just sound like John Travolta right there?
Oh my god. Oh my god, Mr. Miyagi.
Oh my god, you're the best.
Let's play some Far Cry 6, Mr. Miyagi. I gotta get these hands working.
All right. Well, I'm gonna notify Greg and Janet that we're definitely gonna run over Games Daily's time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll kick
Roger,
it.
don't keep all these in.
Adela Dazeem. The loop. You remember that, Nick?
Which one?
When John Travolta was gonna call
Oh, yeah.
Idina Menzel the
Adela.
wickedly talented Adela Dazeem.
Yeah. And you're like, huh.
She was like, "It's Idina Menzel. What the fuck are you talking?"
Do you remember
about?
the next year when he tried to rectify that? It made it even worse and awkward, and then like kissed her, and you're like, what the
Oh,
fuck
no.
has happened? Or like hugged her. It was like super
no.
creepy.
Should I do a new color scheme for the overlays for E3? Probably, right? Make it a little special event.
Oh hell
Yeah.
yeah! Make it special. Elevate it.
What colors are you thinking, Andy? You got any
Nothing,
ideas?
nothing major. I think just like changing the purple, kind of just changing the look of it.
Yeah, I like it.
I might just make it like a darkish navy blue, or just different enough to where you're like, oh, this feels different, you know?
Hey, Khalif Adams, what's going on, homie?
What up, Kyle?
Good to see you.
Oh, is he in the
have-
Discord?
He's,
Oh.
He says,
that's
"Make
me.
mine too, Andy." Is what he wrote in the chat. He says,
Oh, all right,
"Please
bro.
make
Yeah, I
mine
got you,
too."
Doc. I got you.
Wow, this is really a 20. This is a 30-minute countdown.
You better go to Starbucks, bro. You should run. I ordered my Starbucks. You know what I mean? You could DoorDash it from a block away if you need to.
I don't need Starbucks. I've got my Mountain Dew Rise. Where's the
Ooh,
sponsorship
Mountain
at,
Dew
guys?
Rise, bro.
Come on,
Mountain
hit me
Dew,
up.
call him up. Call him up,
Hit me
Mountain
up.
Dew.
Jesus.
Shit, I don't
None
know
of
if I
Mountain
have
Dews I've
time
sold
now.
for y'all. Jesus Christ.
I just want to say I love you and I love this double countdown.
There-
What's up, Kyle?
Ridiculous, huh?
Bro.
Yo, this
Woke
is
up
the
real
dopest-
early for this.
Yo, I moved work meetings for this joint.
Oh, we got
Yeah.
Harrison chat talking shit too about Khalif.
Oh, here
my
comes Paris.
God.
Okay.
Oh,
well, here we
Yeah,
are.
everybody's here.
Wow. I feel like if they were gonna put anything in Far Cry 6, it would be at least one of Paris's foods.
Of course you would think
Plates.
that because
Oh,
your
jeez.
food's so terrible. You would try to project your terrible
Holy shit.
on me when I actually know how to cook and you don't. See, this
Who
is
the
what
hell-
happens.
Who the hell let
You
you in here?
Settle this.
can't
Make me
even-
food, okay?
I'm so
Yes.
hungry.
Ubisoft can't even put out the Far Cry 6 reveal because you're here with your terrible food and they're delaying it, hoping you'll go.
Can we get a poll up in chat? Can we get a poll up in chat?
I like how they named the dog after the one food that you can't cook, chorizo. It's amazing.
Chorizo.
Bruh.
He's gonna look so cute though. I can't
He's
wait.
gonna look really cute.
I can't wait for chorizo.
How about this countdown, huh?
What's the thing you're most excited about though for everything that's gonna be supposedly?
Oh, what's up,
popping off in
Steve?
another
Jesus,
20
Steve is
minutes?
here too. Jesus. I was like, who is that? It's a podcast right here. Is this a Twitter room? Are we doing a Twitter chat room or
Twitter
whatever they call it?
Spaces room?
Spaces?
Yeah, maybe.
This is what
We're in
happens when
space.
you
Are we in
don't
a
close
Spaces
down
right now?
We're doing
permissions for
Twitter
people.
Spaces right now.
No, this is why we love this. See, I'm anti-close down permissions. I want everyone to come in. This is the first ever
Yeah.
Far Cry podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We have a great crew right now for it, and we're talking about chorizo and food. So that's how it's gonna go.
Oh my god!
But I do have a serious question though, or semi-serious. Did Ubisoft say that this wasn't going to be at 9:30? Or
No, they said 9:30.
They
They
said
promoted
9:30.
very
They definitely
specifically
said
9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
they
did
said
start
9:30.
at 9:30, and we are getting a great montage right now of different places that well, I guess we'll go see in the game eventually.
What they need to do is stream more on Twitch, because if I have my standby screen up for 4 minutes, people are like, "Yeah, let's get to it, Andy. Come on, let's go."
Get going.
What's happening? We're here. We're here.
Hurry up, dude. Hurry up.
We've taken time off our busy schedule at 10 o'clock at night.
Heard this song already.
Didn't they do this last year with Valhalla, where they had the dude? Wasn't it Boss Logic was drawing
Yeah,
something?
Oh,
but I feel like that was like a
long time.
I think they talked about that though.
Yeah,
they said like Boss
we're
Logic's
gonna,
gonna be
like-
doing the thing before, like
Yeah.
get ready for that. So we kind of knew. But in this one, they're like, "Hey, we had Nick Scarpino make a 30-minute standby screen for Far Cry with a bunch of imagery and motion graphics.
Oh,
I mean, it's stunning. It's stunning work. It's just
It's really good, yeah.
Man,
Nick, I
20
want to hear your artistic take on what they should have done with these screens. What you kind of would have added to?
Oh no, I
flavor
think this
of
is
all
I think
the
this is an
aspects, like
amazing I think it's an amazing standby. I mean, I love the depth of field. I love that there's some delicate motion that you can see in some of the images. I think it's
Let's
really
get
really
some-
great.
Some
It would
shots
be-
of
I think
Pascal from Narcos. you
that
know?
would be cool. Yeah, maybe just the jeans though. I just need to see him in those
Yeah.
Jordashes again,
The
or
jeans,
the
nice
Wranglers that I
tight.
used to wear. No, I think the only thing I might change about this is instead, this is just my feedback to Ubisoft, instead of making it 30 minutes, maybe make it like 3 minutes. We don't need to be
Yeah, that would be
30
great.
minutes long.
Honestly,
Since,
I don't mind that they're doing like this 30-minute thing. Just do it at 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
And
started
yeah,
at 9
it
it
looks
o'clock.
like
Build
there
at
was just an
9:30.
issue with like scheduling VODs for YouTube or premieres for YouTube because that's what it seemed like to me.
Okay.
Yeah, they
scheduled
Honestly,
it
that's
for.
pretty sick.
yeah,
they,
scheduled for half an
this is
hour
their
earlier
first
than-
time doing YouTube premiere. They're like, oh
I know,
shit.
right?
I'll tell you what, I saw the 30 minutes on the top of it. I was like, oh, is that a countdown? Oh, no, wait, we got a compass on screen. That looks like it's part of the UI, maybe?
Yeah,
oh, no,
yeah.
never mind. Back to another village of some sort. Smoke. There's Giancarlo's photo. Porque nosotros tenemos un problema. Fucking talks in every...
I can't wait to see how he's going to be shown in the game for the second time this time around.
I mean, look, the thing I'm worried about with it is I feel like so many Far Cries have a really cool presented vibe of what the villain is, and you think that tone's gonna stay throughout the whole game, and then it gets kind of silly and funny, and you're farting on enemies or whatever dumb shit happens, you know what I mean? And you're just like, God, I kind of just wish it stayed really serious and scary. Like, I want to feel fear, but then by the time you know it, you're putting a C4 on a motorcycle and you're shooting it into a enemy base. So who gives a shit at the end of the day, because you're having fun. But I just feel like those tones are always at odds with each other. You know, like the serious kind of, you're supposed to feel fear because you're stuck in this area, and then all the silly bullshit like chorizo. And I saw a weapon that leaked today, which is a CD disc launcher that you shoot at enemies and it like slices through them. So it's always just silly shit anyway.
Yeah, and I think it was like playing the Macarena, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, fantastic. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that in terms of tone, but you're so right, because it's like a lot of Far Cry right now at this point is like, how can I make this bear chase this other bear and shoot this other animal?
Yeah. Make these jaguars like go to the camp and then, you know, I don't know, strap a bomb to them or whatever. It's just always silly shit like that to kind of, they want you to have fun in their playground. And by God, I do, right? Like we all do. I certainly enjoy, you know, adventuring around and just doing whatever dumb bullshit there isn't to do in the game. But then you get back to the story beats, you're like, oh, this is really, really serious. I forgot. You know? This cutscene, like this guy just slices dude's throat, and it's just like, I'm scared now. He was my friend since the beginning of the game, you know?
Let me get back to my hijinks right after this throat cut. Yeah, I feel you.
Only 17 minutes, Nick.
Oh God, I forgot where we were. Sorry, I was typing on Instagram for the show I got today until I told people when to be there. What's going on? Are we still in this reality?
Wait,
the books are ready.
away.
Nick, you're the host of this podcast.
No, you guys are doing a great job. Please take it over, Mike, Andy. You guys are now hosts of the podcast. I will take that back.
Oh, we've taken the hosting role from you. You got to deal.
You're fine.
What are folks playing for Memorial Day? That's a good time filler.
Oh, this is this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Like, I always get confused with Labor Day, Memorial Day, and I always say the wrong thing. For Memorial Day this weekend, I will be doing comedy on the Bay, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. If you guys go to comedyonthebay.com, you can see we got Stephen Fury coming up from LA as our headliner. It's going to be super fun. It is an amazing boat cruise / comedy show. That's about an hour and a half. Bring blankets and bring your appetite for snacks and for booze, because there's a cool little bar with snacks and stuff downstairs. When I say snacks, by the way, I mean like Snickers bars, real snacks. None of this bougie ass food truck snacks. We're not cooking any like you're not getting like oh this is a snack, but it's like a $15 taco that's not going to fill you up. I'm talking Lay's potato chips. I'm talking Snickers bars, and I'm talking bourbon, and I'm talking comedy.
For you to say
out.
like,
it's going to be super fun.
Bring your appetite. I just and then Nick shows up with just a plastic bag with like 3 Snickers bars, maybe 1 M&Ms, but he already opened the M&Ms.
But are they peanut M&Ms? That's the question.
Oh, they have to
be.
Yeah, they have to be.
Yeah.
What are you playing, Ka?
What am I playing? Oh, I can't say.
Why'd you even ask the question then?
Oh, I can't say.
I said no. It's not playing. You said what people are doing. I'm not doing
I thought you said what are people playing this weekend?
No.
For Memorial?
What are
My
people doing
bad.
for Memorial Day?
My bad.
Me, I'm not doing anything.
Of course, I'm not doing
I'm gonna
shit,
be working.
huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be working.
Yeah, we're gonna nap all weekend, right? Andy?
I go to I go to bed like at 7 in the morning. I wake up like at 4. My day's ruined. I feel like shit. I'm fully awake by 9:30 p.m. Like it's just I'm a disaster, dude. And I can easily fix this, and I don't. You know, these are some of my faults. So my parents would always say, like, we got to pick our battles with Andy, okay? He's a messy kid. His room is always, he's unorganized. We got to pick our battles. He doesn't do drugs. That's what my mom would always tell my dad. And he's like, Rosa, look at his room, Rosa. He was super pissed off.
So wait a minute, Khalif. What are you doing this weekend?
Nothing. I got nothing to do this weekend. I'm chilling.
Well, you
Finally.
should be learning how to cook. Yeah.
I fucking knew you said that.
Perfect time to start going.
You know, wow. You know,
It's sometimes it's like the people closest to you, you know.
So I will say this, because here in Canada we actually had our long weekend last weekend, because it's Victoria Day was for us. But I will admit, I had some barbecue brisket, like smoked barbecue
I
brisket
saw
on the
those
weekend.
pictures. You killed me. Oh, that looks so good.
And Paris, it was a Traeger that it was smoked in. Not the fancy one with the app, but it was cooked for about like 10 hours, and it was nice. It was great. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, Traegers are awesome. Especially the Ironwood 885. And if you would like
Get the
one, go to
hell outta here.
TraegerGrills.com.
Oh, this
Softball, there we go.
Yeah, jeez.
Love it. Love it.
Terrible human being.
Biomutant. Where are we at with Biomutant, everybody?
2 thumbs down from me.
Yeah.
Did you stop playing it? You put some time into it, Khalif. I thought you might turn the corner because you're like, I beat it at 12 hours and I kept playing up to like 16, 17 area. I thought you were going to finish it and see where you went, but you never went back. You just said no more.
I wish that I had a counter. Like, I wish that there was a statistic that
I
could
muted
look
myself.
I wish that there was, because I'm using it on my phone, it's my face hitting the app. I wish that there was a way to look at how many bullets I missed with every shot that I took.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah.
In that game, because it was unreasonable just how bad the shooting was in that game. I was like, if you just put a lock on in this game would be decent. That's all you have to do. Is put a lock on in this game. Because as a bloom reticle, why do you have a bloom reticle in a game like this? It doesn't make sense.
At the beginning of it, we're still talking about Biomutant, right? Because I accidentally muted myself, and I was like, "Oh, Mike, you're muted," and I was the one muted. Yeah, the first class I started off with was Gunslinger, and I was like, "Dude, hell yeah, I'm gonna be keyboard mouse.
Right.
I'm gonna be getting critical headshots on these bad guys." And then you aim, and it's just, if you're looking in their direction, you just kind of hit them anyway. So I was like, that's kind of lame.
Yeah.
Let me switch to melee. And I just feel like any decision I made when it came to building out my character didn't really have a huge bearing on what was happening in the game anyway. So I just I picked the magical looking character, the one that if you want to be a mage type, that's the character that you end up getting. Even though I knew I wasn't going to do that, I was going to do melee because I think the melee is fun. I have enough fun with the melee and, upgrading your psi powers and comboing all these cool moves together. I think the combat's a lot of fun, but man, there's just too much shit going on. I had to mute the narrator about an hour in. It was just way too much, man.
Oh, you survived longer than I thought with the narrator. I think it was in the first 10 minutes that I was like, I need to find a way to shut this guy off.
Yeah, he got a little annoying. My whole thing on it is I think all the criticisms are valid, but I keep coming back to the fact that 20 people made this game. And I think it's so ambitious for such a small team to do. It's like I just wish maybe they just needed more time or something, because you clearly can see
for sure
the bones are there for this amazing thing, and it's just they needed to tighten a few things up, to make it a better experience. And Mike, I'm sure you'll appreciate this. Perfect game for Game Pass. I didn't say that, but
Perfect game for Game Pass. Hey, internet, don't freak out, but it's a perfect game for Game Pass.
It's got a lot of heart. I will agree with you there.
Yeah, but I think my problem with Paris is like I wish I could have been in the room and been like, let's scale this back a bit, because what you have that works really, really works, and there's a lot of extra stuff that is extra padding, and maybe you don't have to deal with it a whole lot. But I think the fact that you have to focus on the extra stuff that isn't fully realized, you weren't able to also focus on the stuff that you could have made better, and I think the stuff that makes the game a better product. Like, let's just scale this shit back, and it's still like a fun, good game. It's got a really cool concept to it. Man, I wish they scaled back a tiny bit, but I think whatever part 2 of this is successful, whatever the next thing they do, they'll hear a lot of this feedback from the people that didn't love it and maybe gave it 5 or 6 out of 10, the above average type game. Maybe they hear a lot of this feedback and then sort of say, how do we make part 2 a little bit tighter of an experience?
You know what? I think this is one of those classic moments where you see PR kind of outpace the game itself, and I think that's what wound up doing this game a disservice. It got put out to in this kind of bigger, broader, like, this is going to be super expensive and it's going to be all these different things, and it is all those different things. But I feel like the expectations that got set from marketing and PR changed the way that we had an idea of what that game was going to wind up being, and it never would have hit those expectations with those would have never hit those marks with that small team. I don't think.
I think as well. I think as well. It's sort of like we've had a very long drought of games coming out, and this just sort of seemed like it was kind of like the next sort of thing. And I think we've all expected it to, because we haven't had a lot of games come out this year, that it was like, oh, okay, this is going to be another 8, 9, 10 out of 10, well, as we hope it would be. But I mean, I think like Paris, as you said, it's like there's 20 people that made that game, so whatever marketing could have been put in to be able to make this better. I mean, they definitely succeeded in regards to be able to like get people talking about it, because my brother, who plays maybe a Call of Duty game a year or Watch Dogs or Assassin's Creed.
What's his KD? Come on.
I honestly have no idea. I mean, but he only has like 2 hours to be able to play a week because he has a family, he works, and he has like 2 kids under the age of 3, so he only has a limited amount of time to play. But he was excited about Biomutant, and he was the one actually that told me about it. I was like, I didn't even know anything about it, but he was excited for it. So I mean, kudos to them for being able to like talk about, like get that marketing out there so that people can talk about it. But I think we just had this expectation for over a year now that any game that comes out, like, we want it to be good, but sadly this one just didn't hit on all the levels that they wanted to.
I still think it's a totally good, like, playable game though. Like, and that's what I keep on trying to put out there. And you know, of course, a couple tweets are like, man, I wanted to hear Mike talk about the game, but Andy just kept whining about it. It's like, well, it's from a place of love, man. Like, I love this stuff, and I talked about the stuff that I do enjoy, but you still got to point out the flaws and the stuff that you, well, not just flaws, because that's, you know, the stuff that you didn't enjoy, right? It's always, in my opinion, I feel this is how my experience was. It's always one of those things, so take it for what it's worth, because I don't have the same game sensibilities as anybody else would, right? But if you put a dash of parry in your game, you're probably gonna get a 9 out of 10 from me.
This is just a small mark to hit.
What is going on here?
What up,
What is up?
So we got a 30-minute standby screen at 9:30 that we were not expecting. So we're just having a fun podcast talking about. I think we were talking about Biomutant.
That's crazy because in 5 minutes we're starting kind of funny games daily, and so
that's not happening. Bless, sorry.
Yeah. No, it can happen. Who's on hand?
We're pushing back games daily.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were just gonna have 17 people on it.
There you go.
Yeah, we got perfect.
No, I want to ask a question before I have to run out, because I have to go somewhere. But what do you all think of all the changes and people leaving CD Projekt Red right now?
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was wild.
I saw Everett is leaving. I didn't see anybody else. So who else is leaving?
Holly left.
Leaving.
Yeah.
Wow. Zeus is leaving. Adam Badowski's been, and I'm doing air quotes, reassigned new game director on Cyberpunk.
Oh wait,
you
know, I think, didn't you send them some food in the past?
Jesus Christ.
See, notice how I didn't respond to that because he's trying to get me back, and I'm not going to let him.
Did you send us some plates a little while ago?
I'll say this, Paris. I hope that people get to play the game soon. That's all I'll say. Like, I hope more people get to play the game soon, because I still really enjoyed the game, and that's all I'll say.
Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, dude. Cyberpunk is great on a platform. On PC, it can be great.
That was the most pregnant of pauses.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It was great on PC.
I loved my
but
experience with Cyberpunk. It makes me so sad that like most people played a very shitty version of that game.
Yeah,
I played it on
for real.
PS5. It was not a great experience, unfortunately.
The amount of times I'm just looking at the screen like, God damn, this is a video game.
Yeah.
Like,
Right?
the game is stunning, man. Like, I mean, for the same reasons that I replayed Mass Effect 1 and I beat it last night and just thought, like, God damn, we didn't know what we had back then, dude. I mean, we did, but even playing it now, I still think that after beating Mass Effect 1 last night, like, God, this game is way better than I ever thought it was, and I loved it back in the day. And I had a lot of those moments with Cyberpunk as well, just talking to people and being like, God, these conversations are so good, dude. I could sit here and listen to this dialogue all night.
There was some good side stories in there for sure. I mean,
Dude,
I really, really enjoyed it.
There's like one a side story specifically with a limo driver, or like not a limo driver, like a self-driving car.
Yeah.
And like that whole quest, I thought it was magnificent, man.
That was very good.
I didn't want to do that. It was just annoying to me because I kept on getting pinged for it, and I finally fucking did it. I was like, oh, I'm really glad I did this. This is
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, this is like some of the best stuff.
Yeah, that last mission that you go on with Judy in the romance option, that to me stood out of everything. Like that was such a beautifully written, cool little mission in there, and I was just like, I stopped playing at the end of that. I was like, that's it. I've got all I needed from Cyberpunk. I'm good.
That funeral early on really damn.
Oh
good,
my
dude.
god, yeah.
That yeah.
And I mean, I love the gunplay. That's the thing about Cyberpunk that sucks is that it's so hard to even talk about it in a super nuanced way because there's so much bullshit around it, right? Like the whole release was just so clunky and fucked that, I loved that game when I played it, but it's one of those things too where I'm like, yeah, but the whole thing sucks too, and so it's kind of hard to talk about it.
Nick went over to the other live stream chat with Kevin and Janet.
Wait, why?
I have no idea.
I looked down for 1 second.
All right, I'll be back. I got
there
a
you go.
work meeting, but I'll be
Sorry, I just thought might as well grab Janet if she's got to sit over. And
Oh
wait
no,
for Games Daily
I've
to
been
start.
slacking people. People are up to date.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I love
they? 'Cause I have no
how
idea
the
what's going on.
nanobiologist
Whoa.
missed-
Yeah, Bless, we're gonna hold off on
Oh my
Games
God,
Daily
look
for a
how
hot
many
second,
people
and
are-
everyone's just
Okay.
gonna react to this.
Dope.
Blessing.
And I
I
think that
told
should
the
still be
people
okay
who
with
needed
the
to
text.
know, and the people who needed to know were Janet Garcia, who's hosting
I am
Games Daily
on
today,
Games Daily.
and Kevin, who is running Games Daily today.
Bless. I was gonna tell you.
Oh yeah, you
but
weren't in
when
that
I came back
message.
from
That's
the
so funny. I
bathroom,
thought you were in there.
you were gone. So
Well, you know now.
I figured you just figured it out.
The amount of information that doesn't get told, it happens a lot here at the company.
I'm just gonna say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in this react. So this might be the best reacts we've ever done so far, and we haven't even seen
1000%.
one
Hell yeah.
piece of footage.
Wait, are we
definitely get
recording?
those closed captions
Yeah,
on
we're
there.
live, Blessing.
We're
We're
live
live
right now.
recording.
No, we're live, but is this going on YouTube?
Oh
All this?
yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
time
yeah.
code it. I'll time code it and like 30
What's up,
minutes in
YouTube?
be like, hey, this is where the gameplay actually starts because
Yeah, this is
I
where we
want the
start.
YouTube kids to go on the same fucking roller coaster we did, where we started this the YouTube premiere countdown and then it went
Yeah.
into another countdown. Fucking
I want you to time
ridiculous.
code it, but I want you to time code it wrong and see if anyone gets pissed at you because there is a 30-minute countdown in here, so they can just scroll through 30 minutes. But actually, I guess we started 5 minutes early. But hey,
I mean, this
what
is
are you
part of
gonna
the vibe,
Totally.
listening to the
I'm loving
music.
it.
When did you realize that you weren't going to see anything? Was it as soon as you saw the countdown? Or
Yeah,
did it take a
yeah.
second
Oh,
to
yeah.
register?
Oh no! So second we saw the countdown, Andy was like, that looks like a countdown. I was like, I'm sure it's just a time. I thought it was just a timer telling you how long this whole
That's what I
presentation
thought
was
too.
going
I was
to
like,
be.
oh, it's a perfect 30 minutes. Great.
I was
is
like,
really
what a
a-
great
This
cause.
is
Like,
the
that's a
equivalent-
great industry standard that everyone should sit to. Like, hey, here's how long this is. This is all you got. You got
Plan
stuff to do.
accordingly
Oh,
if you got
please,
kids
Lord.
at home.
This is really the equivalent of when you're hanging out with the homie and they're like, cool, are you on your way? And you're like, oh yeah, I'm almost there, but you haven't left the house.
You haven't even
Oh,
left the
yeah.
house
Yep.
yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm outside and you're at least 7 minutes away.
And by the way,
Oh,
Chad,
Brad Miller's
I
right
see
now.
you. By the way, Chad, I see you. I am not Barrett for crying out loud. Okay, I'm just saying this right now. I see it. I'm not. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
here's the
Wait, why-
thing.
wait, why are
Here's
you
the
saying
thing.
it's not there? I thought
Here's
this was
the
there
thing,
the whole
Steve.
time.
Neither of us are on camera, so like.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Why is Barrett talking to himself?
I don't know. I've been wondering that the whole time.
Weird conversation.
Why is Bear calling himself Steve?
50 seconds. 50
we go.
seconds.
There we go.
I hope
To
this
think
is
that we were just
hype.
gonna peace out. I was
Yeah,
ready to
come
go
on.
back to bed, take a
I
little
was
nap,
gonna get a coffee.
this
and
was fun.
Just
This
stare
was
at a
fun.
wall.
take a little
This is good.
napskis. Oh yeah, just gotta work out the legs. I'm on my balance board right now,
So
Nick.
many people in here. Oh, good man.
Yeah.
Good. Look at you.
They
Treading water
canceled.
over
They
there.
canceled my work meeting. I had to.
Here
roll
comes
back.
another countdown.
There you
Everybody
go.
get ready for it.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
You guys excited for this? What game do you
Oh
think
my
you're gonna
god!
I don't know, Bless. At this point, it could be anything.
We've done this
God, this
conversation
countdown
7
could
times
go to
already.
another
Look.
countdown.
I
I
hope we
swear
see
to
Riders
fucking
Republic.
Christ.
Yo, don't play. Good and evil coming in.
There we go.
Ubisoft
see an hour
original.
countdown start. It's been a fun week.
I
Yeah, it's
agree.
been a wild week for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Señor Presidente, what can true
Closed
Yarans
captions,
do
Bear.
to serve Yara?
True Yarans have long memories. We remember how so-called civilized nations treated us when we needed them most.
Jesus.
Are you concerned about the terroristas who call themselves Libertad?
needed was that smirk. I'll be honest.
That's awesome.
Why do you want to run? Remember, Danny, Castillo has kept you an orphan.
This
I
track.
only see you.
Awesome.
So why are you here?
I watched Castillo order a whole boat of our people shot to death. And I want to know who's going to help me take him down.
Okay.
Castillo's got, what, 300,000 troops? I count 6 burnt-out guerrillas, and you with a bullet to the leg. You can shoot, so shoot.
Santa Gold joints coming in? Okay.
You might kill, but you're no killer.
You know I'm not a guerrilla, right?
Everything got another purpose.
So Ubi for having
Is that Santa Claus?
proper captions in
Think
this.
so.
That does sound like Santa Gold.
That's
You sure
dope.
work?
Mm-hmm.
50-50.
Those eyes, Danny. I know exactly who you are.
Welcome to the world of Far Cry 6.
Jeez, I thought that was in the video, Andy.
I thought it was in there too.
That was
It was
really
too
good, Andy. You missed your
Hi
color.
there. I'm Navid Khavari, narrative director of Far Cry 6, and I'm
That really
so
is good.
excited to represent our team and finally show you our game in action. With Far Cry 6, we're going to throw you into our most ambitious open world yet, Yara, an island deep in the heart of the Caribbean, filled with rich tropical ecosystems alongside decaying urban landscapes.
Put that on the
Yara
bingo
is
card,
an
by the way.
island
Ambitious
of
open world yet.
contrasts. Isolated and frozen in time for over 50 years after a violent revolution cut it off from the rest of the world, it now finds itself on the verge of collapse. Last year, we introduced you to
Chorizo.
Yara's
Just wanna see
Presidente,
chorizo.
Anton Castillo,
Hey, Greg.
with an
Hey, Greg.
amazing
Hey, hey, guys.
performance by
Greg.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Heard we're having a party.
Castillo must be a
Yeah.
lion,
Good.
for Yara is full of lambs.
The reception we've had to Anton and Diego has been incredible, and we're just getting started. Anton is a man hell-bent on returning Yara to his idea of its former glory. And while his motivations are far more complex than they seem, the cost of his vision will be paid in blood.
If a dog refuses to break, then we must put them down.
To achieve his dream for Yara and his son Diego, Anton has clamped down on freedoms, instituted brutal social reforms, and cast anyone who speaks out against him into forced labor. His oppression of the Yaran people has pushed the island to the brink of revolution.
When tyranny is law, revolution is order.
Yara, once considered a jewel of the Caribbean, is now a powder keg. And you are the match. Your name is Danny Rojas, and you'll
Got goosebumps
experience
right
the
there.
revolution through
always
Danny's
wanted to
eyes
be a match.
right from the beginning. Born and raised in Yara's capital
You could
city,
use a match.
you're a young
Cook the
military
food right.
dropout who wants nothing to do with Anton or the revolution. You just want to get the hell out of Yara.
God, I
But
love
once
you
you're
too.
face to face with Anton's brutality, you realize that the only chance to live free is to lead an army of guerrillas
Is to
into
die
a new
hard.
revolution.
That was
The very
amazing.
soul
That
of
was
the island is at
amazing.
stake.
And I need you here with us, man.
At the start of your journey, you'll get to pick your identity and customize your look while you navigate the ranks of the guerrilla movement. Every aspect of the game has been developed with the goal to make you feel like a guerrilla fighter, battling an asymmetric war against Anton and his army. The guerrilla fantasy is all about making one guerrilla feel like 1,000. Embracing this was at the core of how we crafted our gameplay, our world, and the characters you'll meet along the way. In Yara, you'll find other guerrillas, black market dealers, and everyday Yarans who each have their own reasons for joining the cause, including our friendly guerrilla Juan Cortez, a master of invention, an architect of revolution, He's our guerrilla teacher.
He's gonna
And
die,
class
dude. It's gonna
starts
suck.
now.
Yep. I was just thinking that.
Guapo, you listen. Rule 16. A guerrillero's revolution never ends. Always another war, another cantina, another ugly bartender.
Juan Cortez,
Dude, throwing some shade.
I also feel like they would not have called it L bar.
this is a fucking waste of time.
That alligator have a shirt on?
I'm just saying.
What?
The alligator does have a shirt on.
That's fantastic. I love that.
How did they get that alligator in that shirt? That's like a track jacket.
Not bad, Danny.
Oh,
But we're just
on the
getting
jewels?
started.
Okay.
Rule number 1. A good
I love the
guerrilla
respect that Run the Jewels has been getting the last
Puerto
year.
el perro,
Mm-hmm.
se
Oh, yeah.
acabó la rabia.
Well deserved.
We lead our operations in secret camps across the
Wait.
country.
Wait, third person?
Guerrillas live,
I imagine it's gonna be third person in like
train,
No.
safe
hub
areas,
areas.
safe, like
Oh,
hub
it's
areas,
shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's cutscene
Still
stuff.
crazy though. It's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
smuggling in
It would be
supplies.
nice.
Yeah.
You'll add some piss and fire to our movement.
You got that right.
Camp chef, black market dealers. These safe
There it
havens
is.
got everything a guerrilla needs. Even do it
I
yourself.
love a good reload.
Modify all the weapons.
You're gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
Rule number 2. A good guerrilla masters their environment.
Fucking
This land is
Oh, that
your
looks so
home.
beautiful.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Every inch of it. From the bloodthirsty jungles.
Oh, you're gonna get attacked by something in that jungle for sure.
Yes, you are.
Dead-end towns and our friendly capital city. How you get around is up to you.
Good girl.
If you want to play it safe, take our secret paths carved in the dirt
Red
of
Dead
old
Revolution?
revolutions. Hola, Danny.
How you doing?
Or take a risk and operate in plain sight of Castillo's assholes. Go ahead and
RTX
hide
on.
your weapons to blend
Yeah,
in.
for real.
Bribes,
What do you got?
sabotage, interceptions. You don't always need to be a loudmouth, Danny.
Christmas trees? Do you even grow those here?
Mexicans pay crazy money for this. How you think El Presidente funded Maria's new face?
Okay. Go through.
Rule number 3. Fucked up situations call for fucked up solutions.
Hey, he's not here.
You expected reinforcements. I got news for you. You're an army of one against an army of thousands. And when shit gets real, we make use of whatever we have.
Whoa,
We call that
Jesus.
I want to feel alive. Absolutely everything. Sardine
There's some Bioshock powers or something.
Yeah.
goddamn batteries.
Yo, these guns look great.
To old
They look
motorcycles
dope.
that
Awesome.
built into equipment.
I love it.
Here we go. And some very unique, deadly weapons.
It is my
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Decapitate him. Decapitate him.
Is that a CD shooter? That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's CDRs. Like, just write them.
Well, no, don't give him the rewritables.
Yeah, those are expensive now. You can't get those anymore.
Handcrafted by yours truly. Each one will make you feel and fight with the power of a goddamn
A
guerrilla.
jetpack?
You and I both know. You want this.
Wait, is the pet, is the alligator just your pet?
He's your pet.
Oh, it's like the dog. It's like the dog from Far Cry 5. Yeah.
Taste of sweet victory after you freed your people from tyrants.
I really want some of these camera angles to be in-game angles.
It's fun.
And with DLSS, you'll get all the ray tracing, cabrón.
A good guerrilla always brings a friend
Yes,
along.
yes.
Oh
That's what
my
I want.
gosh.
There's our boy.
So that's what the image was of the hashtag. I was confused.
Yeah.
October 7th.
So there you have it. Far Cry 6 will be available on October 7th on PC and consoles. We hope you enjoyed this first glimpse of gameplay. We have a lot more coming soon that we can't wait to share with you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
See ya.
30-minute countdown. Let's go.
Another countdown. Yeah.
Here's a 12-day countdown for the next video that they're gonna put out. Well, that's Far Cry 6. What do we think, everybody?
That
looks
wild.
good.
Yeah, it
looks
looks
fun.
really good.
Nuts.
Looks like Far Cry on just like some bonker meds, man. It looks pretty cool. I like all the weapons. I like that they're doing all the makeshift weapons and stuff like that, because they did a little bit of that in New Dawn where things kind of looked broken down, but this is a new take on that, which I think is really cool. And also, I really hope it sounds like they're bringing back sort of the buddies, so you get to have like a one person as you unlock them. And I hope that dog is just the first one you unlock, because I'm sticking with it the whole time.
Yeah.
The funny thing about the trailer was it makes me think exactly about what you talked about earlier, Andy, about the kind of balance between the wild stuff and then having Giancarlo be the main baddie in it, which is, again, we've seen in the series where you've not had kind of established actors take on that role. So to have him as a veteran in the space take this role on and then see how that's going to hopefully play out between the characters there, I'm really excited about that, while seeing how they're kind of digging into the guerrilla aspect of the resistance forces. So that's going to be a fly thing to see them kind of pull together. I want to see how they're going to make that happen.
Yeah, I think it's a cool setup too, because like the one thing that you wondered the longer you played 5 was you're like, why is no one? I mean, granted, it was set against sort of like the drama that was happening with the greater world, but you never really got a sense. You're like, why isn't the outside world coming to help me? Why am I the only person isolated here? But this setup, I think, makes a lot more sense for why you are just with this small group of revolutionaries on this island that nobody cares about. So even if help could come, they're not going to come. It's all up to you. I think that's really cool.
Weapons look dope. Modification. Yeah, I agree with that, Nick. I'm super stoked about just kind of having fun in this playground. I wish they picked any other song other than Macarena to play with the CD machine. Just
you don't want to hear that over and over again.
But just incredibly, I mean,
racist.
It's just, it's just a weird choice. Yeah, I don't love that. But I mean, the protagonist looks dope as hell. I'm excited to play as her. I really do hope, Les, that we get those third-person moments. I hope that's not just something to show off the environment and how you can customize your character. I hope that is more of a, maybe when you're in these peaceful areas, you can be in third person.
Yeah.
I think that'd be dope. I'm not counting on it, but I certainly hope so, just because I love kind of that perspective. And, it's always neat to run around a city like that. Although you do miss out on the kind of the person looking at you and talking to you. I always think about Joseph Seed in that opening, like looking in your eyes, looking at the camera and saying, like, you're stuck here, you're fucked. And I always enjoy those moments, but walking around third person is always fun. I'm excited to meet this cast of characters and kind of forge relationships and, get sad when they get blown up by somebody or whatever.
So y'all ready for a kind of funny exclusive?
Sure.
I played this.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yes. I was invited to a play test for accessibility a while back. And so I also got invited to a preview event just recently where they went over some of the gameplay for Far Cry 6. And basically the way I've kind of seen it is, from an accessibility angle, this is going to be Ubisoft's most accessible game as of yet. They keep building up on a lot of stuff from previous games, not only just in the franchise, but also in previous games. So there's stuff that for accessibility that was in Division 2 that is in Far Cry 6. Stuff that's in Valhalla and Watch Dogs is going to be in this. So it's really, really cool that the fact that they're doing that in. Now, what I was able to play, I unfortunately, Andy, I cannot confirm or deny whether there is a third person aspect to it, but I will say this: if you played Far Cry in the past and you enjoyed Far Cry, this is bigger, this is louder, this is more intense, and it's definitely one of those games that I'm just like that. I really, really excited to be able to play all these weapons, all these vehicles that you can upgrade. The Supremo, which is basically like a missile launcher that you have on your back kind of at all times, and all the special weapons you can build, create. Actually, one thing that they mentioned was the fact that a lot of these weapons are kind of based on blueprints from actual real life guerrilla revolutionary blueprints for weapons. So some of the stuff that you're going to see in there are going to be stuff that's kind of designed from that. And it's it's really, really cool. Like even the ways you get around, like obviously, yeah, you have a horse. You can be able to ride a horse in this. All the same kind of vehicle sort of things you like, all the different vehicles you played in previous Far Cry games. They're all in this. And including actually, there's a really cool element where essentially like you can go on the main roads of the game. And they're really like, it's great, but if you drive through a checkpoint and you don't get actually like fully like sent through, they will throw up spikes on the road and essentially will flatten your tires, and you have to take other checkpoints. So what they have is they have these special pathways that have kind of been developed by previous Guerrilla like revolutions that are all throughout the entire island that you basically have a map to, and that can
like their own network of transportation.
Exactly. And it's really really cool. So yeah, as you also mentioned, you can be able to choose male or female Danny at the beginning of the game. This is where like it's a fully fleshed out character. It's not a voiceless or a faceless character from previous Far Cry games. So it's just, yeah, like I said, bigger, badder. Giancarlo Esposito is scary. He's scary as hell. I think he's definitely going to be up there with like huge villains. So yeah, I actually so I will say this minor small plug. If you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/snowball, I have like over a 24-minute video of hands-on of just talking about the accessibility of it. But yeah, it's definitely on my looking forward to list for this year.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for that big exclusive.
Yeah, no worries.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mike, where you at in this game?
Oh, I'm so excited. I love that. The pet alligator got me right off the bat. The cool weapons, the choosable characters, cool. I mean, it's more Far Cry. And I'm actually happy to see it go back to the island setting. I kind of got bored in 4 and 5 with that. I kind of just missed that 3 vibe of being on the island in the bright colors. That's where I like to be.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I'm kind of stoked to see also just the little city areas of this game, because I am just used to being in wilderness and either a jungle or a forest type setting. But I do kind of like seeing the actual, this is a town with traffic, and you know, this isn't just some town that's been overrun by whatever. It looks like there's some civilization in here, which I think is kind of neat and just sort of a different change of pace.
So excited. Looks good. October 7th, which is right around the corner. So happy to see that like it's coming out this fall as well. I can't wait to get my hands on it and play it. And
that's about 2 weeks away. That's about 2 weeks away with how time's been going over the quarantine.
Or
feels like that
5 years.
Right?
We don't know.
Or 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it
30 minutes.
Does anybody else on this call of 14 people have anything else to say?
I guess that's enough.
All right, there it is.
That's enough.
There you have it.
All right, well, let's wrap this thing up. Thank you so much for tuning into another Kind of Funny Games Reacts. This has been Far Cry 6, another installment coming your way October 7th, 2021. We had a packed house here on the Discord. You got to hear everybody's perspective. Thank you, everybody joining us. And of course, thanks for watching on youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. We have way more reacts coming your way because it's E3 season. So buckle up, gamers, because we're going to have a ton of fun. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.